Good morning. Welcome to Against the Public for January 22nd. Hope everyone had a terrific holiday weekend. It was good to get out of town for a little bit. I mean, it's you do this day in day out, and when you get a chance, you gotta get out. So, quick trip out to California. Got back, watched the national championship game. Certainly not what I had hoped, but great season for Notre Dame and Marcus Freeman. That's all we'll say about that. All the records on the show will be reflective of the 21st at 6 o'clock Pacific time. So all the records will be reflective of that time. All access customers, well, we're just starting to build another massive streak. We've won 11 out of our last 16 games, including 8-1 run on overall totals. If you're not an all access customer now, there's no better time than the present to become one. Over the previous 30 days, all access customers have enjoyed just 1,300 units of profit. You can hit that link below to see how we fared on Tuesday. I'm Dana Lane. Thanks for joining me. Today we go to the NBA for our free winner. Free plays have been absolutely on fire, so I hope everybody has had a chance to take advantage of those free plays. We're going to hope to look to add to that again today. Before that, I just want to give you an idea what our all access all access card is shaping up to be on Wednesday, and we've had a bunch of brand new all access customers jump on board. So I'd like to give you an idea what the overall look of your card might be. And of course, we're always going to lead with college basketball. Most of the time during the week, there's a 36-game schedule. We'll start it off with Utah and Houston, and looks like we're going to pull probably 3 games from the schedule. So that means we'll also have all 3 games bundled up in a 3-pack for one low price. College hoops customers, well, they're just on a 6-0 run heading into Tuesday's game. We're still working on our long-term run in college hoops totals, where we're on a 28 and 12 streak, 70% winners, plus 1,490 units. And of course, over the last 30 days, overall, 61% winners in college basketball, plus 1,720 units. 55.4% winners this season, plus 1,840 units. Short schedule on the ice with just 3 games, but we're probably going to find 3 plays if they present themselves. I got 3 for sure, but maybe, or 2 for sure, maybe 3 overall. NHL money lines are smashing bookmakers, 1,028 units won over my last 33 games. And the NBA gives us a little bit more variety. 7-game schedule tomorrow. We'll start things off with the Suns and the Nets. All plays records are documented up on pickdawgz.com for better or worse, so you can check those out on a daily basis. Overall, we'll have a 9-game schedule for all access customers. And thank you so much to everybody who jumped on board this past weekend. We had a bunch of annual all access passes, so you can guarantee I'm going to roll my sleeves up and make sure that we give you a massive profit. And thank you so much for your trust. I know it's anytime that you put money behind a handicapper, whether it's for one game or it's long term, it's trust that you're showing me that you have trust in what I do. So the least I can do is make sure that I work as hard as I can to make sure that you receive a profit for that trust. You can jump on a long-term pass right now. We have a 7-day pass, a 30-day, 90-day, but that annual all-access pass, guys, I can't stress that enough. Just $4.11 a day gives you every play that I release from now to this time next year. Of course, we're knee-deep in the NBA, college basketball, NHL, Major League Baseball is coming up, pitchers and catchers not too far away. And, of course, we'll follow things up again with next year in the NFL, the preseason, regular season, and college football. So it'll take you all the way through every one of those sports. So now is really the best time to do it. I have a hard time thinking of a time that's not good, but now you get the rest of what is going to be a tremendous ending to the NHL and NBA seasons, and takes you right through football next year. Just $4.11 a day. Okay, let's get to your NBA free game for Wednesday. We'll start with, game 553, 554, 8 o'clock Eastern time start, 5 o'clock Pacific, Utah Jazz, Oklahoma City Thunder. Thunder 17.5 point favorite, total 221.5. That total opened up at 220.5, so bumped up just a little bit. Not surprising there. Jazz 10-31 this year, 22-19 against the number. 24-17 to the over. They've lost 3 straight games after back-to-back losses to the New Orleans Pelicans adding to, or they've lost 3 straight after back-to-back losses to the Pelicans, and they've lost 6 of their last 7 straight up. They're 10.5 games out of a playoff spot. So Utah's done this year for sure. They have covered 7 of the last 9 and are on a 4-game overrun. Thunder, well, they're on the opposite side of the basketball world. 35-7 run, 29-10-3 ATS. 1 game to the under at 21-20. OKC is on a 24-3 straight up run, 20 of 24 ATS with 2 pushes, and 6 of the last 7 games have cashed over tickets. Of course, you know they lead the Western Conference by 7 games. Only Cleveland has a better record in the NBA. Will Hardy got burned on Monday, I guess, or maybe not burned. I think this is really where he's at right now as a coach with this team. I mean, there's really not much to play for, but they threw a very young lineup into the rotation. Isaiah Collier, Keontae George, Bryce Sensabaugh, Walker Kessler, Kyle Filipowski. That group there, which you really want them to try to grow together, but that is by far their youngest group. They blew a 25-point lead. They had a 23-point lead almost midway through that third quarter and absolutely just gave it away. And I think that you are going to see, it really depends on the Cody Williams ankle injury, but I think that's the rotation that you're going to see down the stretch. So I'm not sure if you can expect a lot from Utah moving forward, but that group is going to become a little bit closer. Now, whether they get to the point where you can rely on them and lean on them to win games, that is a separate conversation. But what their kids did get out of this was a much better understanding of how to play together, what they needed to do to actually close out a game. And now they're going to play Oklahoma City, which puts them on a much bigger stage. So we'll see if they're ready for that. I don't think they're going to be as bad as we saw down the stretch against the Pelicans, but I do think, if you dig a little bit deeper here, I think the jury is still out on whether Collier at the point and George at the 2 is the best option. But Collier has been absolutely everything that you hoped he would be. 3 straight games with 10-plus assists. I do like the fact that George seems to be getting to the free throw line a little bit more. I think that helps his game. And really, his assists have not dropped all that much since going from the 1 to the 2. So we'll see how that combination works out. And I think they'll be much better than they were against New Orleans. I would hope so. For the Thunder, well, you're really seeing them prepare for the postseason. Mark Daigneault is putting various little changes. So you could see it during the course of the game. He's getting guys in position that maybe they might not be in the postseason, but he's kind of low-keying experimenting, I guess you should say, with his team a little bit to see, who responds to what. He's got a massive lead in the Western Conference. Like I said, only Cleveland is the team that, they really have to catch. But you are seeing some experimentation with the lineup during games, and I think that that's something that he's putting in the back of his mind down the stretch. And if anything else, this team, which is clearly 1 or 2, maybe 3, depending on what you think or how you think about the NBA, clearly one of the deeper teams in the league, and he's making sure they are mentally prepared for what's to come down the stretch. And I do love seeing guys like Aaron Wiggins take a lot more threes, and I think the more threes he takes, the better. His 3-point field goal percentage is up this year, so I like where he's at. I like where this team is evolving, what it's evolving into. I don't know who is the teams that you really should say, okay, well, they're going to maybe Dallas is the team that's going to challenge them. I've heard that. And of course, Memphis and Houston is right behind them, but not many people are talking, or at least talking about them as a serious contender to the Thunder in the West. I hear more talk about the Mavericks than I do the Memphis Grizzlies or the Houston Rockets. As far as this game is concerned, we got a total of 221. Jazz, the breakdown the other night makes me wonder if they can't stop the Pelicans from scoring at will How are they going to stop the Oklahoma City Thunder? So I think this is a very fair number. We're going to take advantage of that number, and we're going to go over 221.5 as your free play. Please go to pickdawgz.com, where every individual play and every discounted long-term pass is locked and loaded, including my annual all-access pass. You can get every play I release from every sport for just $4.11 a day. Can't thank you enough for joining me. For Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. Hit that like and subscribe button. For Against the Public, thank you for joining me. We'll see you tomorrow. I really botched the ending, but good luck, everybody.